No problem.
So we have here with us a certified PMP Vidya. Vidya, the journey of every single PMP is important. You know why? Because with every single PMP, the person can correlate themselves. Hey, this is me. If this is male, different persons can correlate. If there's female, different persons can correlate. I still remember when my wife did PMP and she did it with, actually, she was on a maternity leave and it was our second baby. So she did it. And now when she shared her journey, then people said, okay, if a person can do in that circumstances, I can also do. A mother of two can
That's
do. If someone, and there's so many ways. So the world needs to know your journey, why you did PMP, what was the why behind it, and then the most important thing, how you did PMP. Please go ahead. The
sure.
stage.
Thanks, Amma. Thank you so much. So I have technical background for almost 15 years, but now I wanted to change from technical to management side, like project management. So as an initiative, I was thinking, what should I do? Then I thought, let PMP be my initiative because I always have passion to become a people's manager. I believe that I have that skill, but the company doesn't believe, right? Because when we don't have the experience on that,
Once
because I
you
have technical
don't have,
background,
you
yeah,
don't have. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Agree. Loved it.
because I'm a developer, I'm automation tester, but company doesn't believe that I have that people's manager skill. So I thought I should take the initiative. So we decided. So me and my husband decided. So I started studying PMP like in May. First week of May, I took the course from a local someone because at that time I never knew that I can take even online course. Otherwise, I would have taken your course because I have seen not just because I have seen so many YouTube videos. I have
Okay.
seen Udemy courses also. I don't want to mention names, but I have taken Udemy courses
Okay, you
because when my
can.
company is
Actually, this is a platform. Mostly when other students come, they don't want to mention other people. I actually want you to mention other people, give them credit. So if they are good, give them the
yeah, yeah.
credit. If they are not good, then don't mention them
No,
because
I saw
it is. Yeah.
Andrew Rambiel's Udemy course. I mean LinkedIn course. So I have seen that also. That was also very good actually. Some of the
Mhm.
mocks and I have gone through. But after studying everything later on, maybe like last couple of 2.5 weeks before only, I saw you were like, I was thinking, looking for PMP. Then only I got all your videos. Oh, I have seen all your videos from 2022 since January.
That is
Whatever in your
too much videos because I put a lot of data. That's too many videos. Yeah.
mostly I've seen everything, but I learned those three techniques only from you. I can tell that. That's why I messaged you personally and informed you that I create PMP because of those three techniques. One was that elimination technique. Really, it helps because when
Yeah.
you're very in anxious state, when you are in that exam, you might. I have seen at least thousands of questions in the last 1 month. I have solved thousands of questions, but nothing came there. Not even a single question was equivalent there, but the concept was similar. That's what I wanted to tell.
No,
So the elimination,
that's very beautiful and important thing. You see, if you had seen any question, first of all, you cannot see any question. But let's say if you see the thing that you get after clearing the exam because it was hard, you never feel it that way. You felt it that way because the exam was hard. Please continue.
yeah. So the elimination technique was helpful, and the second was time management. Really, because when I started reading the questions, I think maybe I was leisurely reading the first 20 questions, like how you solve. I was doing it in my way. Then when I saw the time was clicking, I saw the 155. I was just on 45th question. You won't even believe me. Then
Oh.
I remember you said last 10 questions just rush up. I really rushed it. Last 15 questions I just did it in 5 minutes, till 150. I read the last line of the question. I saw the options. I just marked it. So that was the second thing. And third thing, yeah, sorry, Amar. Carry on.
Yeah.
You want to
So
tell
how
something?
much total time it took you to complete first 60 question?
150. I
Uh,
mean, if the
means
time was telling
means
150.
means 80 minutes.
Uh,
80 minutes.
80 minutes. Okay. Yeah,
80 minutes.
80 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
first 40 questions I took lots of time, like I was so happy reading all the options like that. the next 60 questions, I was just 75 minutes because I
Okay.
had just 150 minutes left.
Still,
So when I completed,
still you were on right track. Even you were lagging, but when you follow the path, I would say 80 minutes is a good time. Good time for, say, especially for first 60 question. You are feeling like nervous. Everyone is nervous at the start of the
yeah,
exam. So it is like, I guess it turns out to be okay. Okay. Then
I
please.
took the 2 breaks as you suggested. I took those 2 breaks and I took the breathe in, breathe out. That's what I said. I followed every technique of use. Really, it helps actually because I was so anxious. First break, really, I cried. I thought I'm going to fail because first 60 questions were very tough comparative to the next 2 sessions. And that
Okay.
match the following really tough. Every 60 questions, I had at least 1 or 2 match the following. Even the concept was similar, but the wordings, that English wordings were
Were
like
they long? Were they long questions?
were they long?
Yeah, the length of the questions were long, or was it short? How the length of the questions were?
I have to scroll down. So master following was like long. So for example, simple thing was there were like 3 under topic of agile and 3 under topic of predictive.
Okay.
I mean like planning, controlling, and something else like 3. So totally 6 options. So the 6 that elaborative statement, when you read, you should feel like what should match, like whether it's an agile or whether it's a predictive. So like that was one of the master following very long. You have to read those 3 lines and then you understand what the planning, whether it's agile planning or it's a predictive planning.
Okay.
Everyone knows the concept, but that English, they played very well with that English words actually. So that
Yeah,
was
yeah, they have to be, because since you are becoming a project manager, so the English has to be like, you don't want, after doing the PMP, you don't want anyone to clearing the PMP who cannot even understand the basic English language. If you are a technical person and you know how that you need to have certain skills to be called for that particular thing, otherwise that is not worth it. So yeah, okay, please. Then
and then but the options were not that hard like what you always have in your questions, the close. But because here the out of four options, 3 will be like vague, only 1 will be right. So if you understand the question properly and the keywords, as you always tell, I was looking for the keywords because none of the questions straightly it was saying it was agile. Always it says scrum or like high technology technical project or high uncertainty project, like that. So no, none of the questions straightly said it is adaptive, it's agile, or something like that.
okay.
So when you understand the keyword, mostly 90% of the question had only 1 right answer. There was no 2 answers at all. Reading the question only took a lot of time for me because like reading 3 lines, 4 lines questions really took a lot of time. But the answers was like easy to at least relate.
Yeah. Any calculation questions you had?
No, nothing.
Any
I was
critical?
very happy.
Yeah, you are happy about that? No
No.
calculation.
I like maths. No. I am very good in maths. So I wanted that mathematical question because I can be sure it will be right. But nothing came. No CPI, no SPI,
Yeah.
no
As a project
formulas.
manager, as you are moving from technical side to the project management, and I wish you move to the project management side. Interestingly, you will see that as a project manager, you don't have to solve these things. You don't
Okay.
have to do other people does it for you. Okay, that is the reason why you don't have. What about critical path? Any question regarding critical path?
No, nothing critical
No,
path.
no question.
One with the burn down chart, burn up chart, I was there. There was
Yeah.
a question what tool they will use. So
Okay.
it was a burn down because we're remaining. So that was like very easy, kind of like that. There is some, that's mostly agile. I could feel mostly agile. 70 reading it's agile, kind of.
That is an important thing to put in the context. Okay. Had you
Too
watched
much agile.
that David McCallum call of 200 questions of PMP? So, he solved 200 questions. Well, do watch it later on. I do recommend to all the people that David
Okay.
McCallum he's just like he has a name on. He solved 200 questions of Agile. So if the exam is coming more towards Agile, I highly recommend that coaching call he did. So I did put it one day on LinkedIn also to do that. Okay. So let's talk about furthermore. The questions were Agile, but they were more towards people oriented, like team, stakeholder communication.
Mainly related to people. Maybe 1 or 2 about procurement. Nothing much about procurement also.
What
Mostly
about
about people oriented, people skills.
quality and risk?
There was only one about risk and one about the stakeholder engagement. There was
Yeah.
a confusion between
You cannot,
communication management or
you cannot share the exact question of PMP with anyone, not with me, not with anyone. That is one of the code of ethics. So I want to stop you. Well, that is one of the code of ethics of
okay.
PMI, that you cannot do that. That is important thing. Okay. So putting that into the context. Okay. So how many compliance questions were there?
Compliance maybe 2 or 3.
2 or 3. How many
Yeah.
total? I understand that the length of the questions were long, but how many drags and drop questions were there? Number of drags and drop?
5.
Total 5 only.
Yeah. Drag and drop was only 5 for me. First section had 2, second section had 2, last was only 1. Yeah. I really remember that. Only 5 drag and drop I had.
Okay, then there's a good number, like only 5 drag and drop. Not a bad thing. How many questions with multiple option?
Only 2 or 3 because choose 2, choose 3, choose 2. Yeah, only 3 kind of. I
Any
remember that still.
fill in the blank?
No, not for me.
Anything where
Not
you
for
have
me.
to actually mark on the graph?
No graphical also.
No graph. Anything that is
No,
like apart from that, like 5 drag and drop, few multiple choice, anything else that was a different thing?
no fill in the blanks, no graphs, no diagrammatic, no mouse pointing, nothing like that.
Any
Just
IT,
choose the options.
any ITTO question?
Any?
ITTO, input tools and technique and output.
No. That's what I'm saying. Process related, I not even get much. I mean, nothing. I not even see anything.
Yeah,
I gave my exam in Chennai. Yeah. I don't
yeah.
know how the
I
software
was
works, but
I
I gave
was
in Chennai.
No,
Yeah.
it does not matter. Wherever you give the exam, if
Okay.
the exam is almost the same, it does not make much difference because they just randomly give you the question. It does not happen if
Is
you give
it?
the exam in New York, in London, or in
Oh,
Chennai. It does not matter.
okay.
EMI does not discriminate on this thing. Like if you are from,
Okay.
yeah. I just received a call before your call. Someone from UAE from Abu Dhabi called me. He was also from Chennai. He said that I'm planning to give exam. Should I give online or should I give by home? Will it be difference? So I told him the same thing. It does not make any difference. But
Okay.
as I always says, try to give exam in the center.
The
That
center. Yeah.
that actually helps you. Okay.
Yeah.
So while you attended the coaching calls, how effective those coaching calls are? What do you think?
Studying the concept, whatever. Okay, I'm telling my personal stuff. People differs, I don't know, but for me, reading the book, maybe it did not get to my mind directly. But by I saw all your coaching things, about agile, about risk. You have explained very clearly issue, risk. So there was one question also about issue log and risk register. So I
Mm,
still remember that. So you teach me, I can understand. I'm that person. I need a
yeah.
teacher to teach me.
You
So
cannot, like, you are not a reader person, you are more of a
yes,
coaching and visual type of
correct.
person, that
Yes, I
type
can
of.
hear, I can understand. Whenever I read something, it doesn't directly go in my mind. But the risk register, whatever you told, I can never forget in my life because
Yeah,
I heard from you. That's what
yeah,
I'm saying. Even the
yeah.
stakeholder, what is the stakeholder engagement matrix? What you told, I can never ever forget. But even though I read it in the PM work, whatever, but that it not strike
Yeah,
my mind.
yeah.
But so I'm
PM
that type of a person.
Pimbuk is more like a standard, like it's a
Hmm.
standard that, and the language is kind of a boring, dull language. So that is the job of the trainers. That is the job of the
Yeah.
servant leader to make it a fun. I'm always thinking to make it more fun. How I can do that? Okay, so your final advice to all PMP aspirants.
uh, 2 3 advice only. However you study, how much ever you study, you feel that you're not complete. Even the last day of the day also, I was going to some of the questions, I could not find the right answer. So you won't even feel that okay, I'm done, I will study. So fix a date, as always you say, fix a date, you go for the exam. That's all. Studying hard, it's not easy, it's neither easy nor hard. If you understand the concept properly and if you understand the questions, it's never hard. And time management, maybe for some people 180 questions they can finish it in 4 hours, but it's really ticking. It's up to time only, I felt. So that's
So
what
you
time
need
management is really needed.
time management, working into that, understanding the context, All these things are critical. Thank you very much, Vidya. Thank you for your time. And I understand you are doing this for first time. It was a very nice journey. Now, each one teach one. Always remember that we help others by building the community. And with that, thank you very much and best of luck for the future.
Thank you so much, Amer. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.